just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas and tell you how much we love you. As I was thinking about this and maybe a good memory that I have about you, and I don't know how you sum up 40 years of good memories. You've always treated me like a daughter. You've accepted me into the family and loved me unconditionally. I was thinking about how you were at every one of, or let me back up a little bit. You went through the temple with me. You were there when I married your wonderful son. You were there for all 4 of the births of my babies. You came and spoke at their baptisms. You were there at their farewells when they went on missions and then when they got married. I can't think of a more loving, wonderful mom than you. So I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I hope you know how much you're loved.
Hey Mom, Merry Christmas. We wish we were there to celebrate with you. We miss you. I think you're the perfect mother. Seems like the epitome of a mother is somebody who takes care of their children, and I remember you always taking care of us, whether it was giving me frosting when I was young, and I'd eat the frosting out of a spoon, this powdered sugar frosting, hiding behind the couch so that I wouldn't have to share with anybody else. And I remember coming back for seconds. I remember one time Heber Hill came over to our house, and you fed him and you made him leave with food, and Heber says, "Man, you can never come to Sister Pappenfuss's house without leaving fed." And I remember the same thing. We would come home from college, and we would always leave with all kinds of food from the pantry, and it just seems like that just really is a metaphor for our entire lives, how you've taken care of us. So we love you very much, Mom, and appreciate all you do for us, and we miss you. We hope you have a very wonderful Christmas, and we look forward to being with you soon. So that's it for us, Mom. But again, we love you and Merry Christmas.
We love you, Mom. Merry Christmas.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Thinking about a few of the memories that I have with you, I have almost too many to count, which is a blessing in itself. A couple of my favorites are remembering counting horses with you when you would come to pick me up when I was a little boy in Arley, and then always eating waffles on the fireplace on Saturday mornings while we watched cartoons. I was incredibly blessed to have spent my childhood next to you and Grandpa, and I was able to spend a lot of time with you, and I'm always grateful for that. I love you a lot and hope you have a wonderful and Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.
Okay, I have a lot of really fun memories with Grandma, but one of my favorite memories was one Christmas. It was just me and my family, and we went up to Montana and we spent Christmas there, and it was really fun. I just remember I felt so special being able to spend so much time with Grandma and Grandpa. And I think that was also the Christmas that I sleepwalked a lot, and I probably gave Grandma a really good scare. I don't know if she remembers. She may have blocked it out of her memory, but I also really enjoyed spending summers there. She taught me to love the outdoors. We would go outside, she would turn on the sprinklers, we would play in them in the hot summer, and she would let me help her pick raspberries. We would cook together in the kitchen, and she taught me how to make some good potatoes. And so it was really fun. I really enjoyed going up to Montana to visit Grandma.
Hey Grandma, I love you. My sister told me she was putting this together, and I thought I would say a few things that came to my mind. One being how incredibly strong you are to battle different sicknesses and to always persevere. I know that if I was in your position, I don't know if I could handle all of it, so it's incredible. You're quite the inspiration. One thing I thought I would mention, one memory I had of you that has always really stood out. It's not just one memory, but it's whenever we leave, you always give us the I love you sign, and that's always meant a lot to me. I know that it would mean a lot to me as we were leaving Montana. It means a lot to me in Utah, so you're incredible, Grandma, and I love you. Bye.
Merry Christmas to Grandma Pappenfuss. Grandma, we love you very much. Mom, you are a great mother, and I appreciate everything that you have done in my life. One of the family traditions that we have in our house is Swedish pancakes for breakfast. And Mom, I have that tradition is due to you and Grandma Brankman. The Swedish pancakes, that skill making came from you, and our family love it, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Love you.
Yeah, he does very good at making those too, and also the sourdough waffles as well.
It's true.
So one thing that I remember, Barbara, is when we first came up to your house in Montana, and I think it was a Thanksgiving, must have been Thanksgiving, and you and Bruce made turkey soup out of the bones of the turkey, and I'd never seen that done before, and I was curious, like, what are they doing with the turkey bones? But that has also become a tradition of ours, where we take the turkey or even chicken and make delicious soup. So I appreciate that. That also comes from you. So I guess we're talking about food today.
Yes, and my favorite memory is hanging out with you in Montana on the several trips that we took up there to St. Ignatius with all of the cousins.
Doing puzzles and games and.
Yep.
So, Merry Christmas. Love you.
Hi, Mom. Merry Christmas. On this Christmas Eve, I'm remembering wonderful memories. Things like chocolate sodas down at the drugstore, and I'm still a lifelong addict thanks to you. Candy cupboard filled with mainly licorice for me. Homemade bread, teaching me to bargain shop. I'm still addicted to a good bargain because of you. Mostly thank you for the unconditional love that you've given me and my children throughout all the years. I don't think there's any better gift that you can give to anybody, and I've always known that no matter what, that you absolutely loved us. So thank you and have a wonderful Christmas.
It was really difficult just to pick out one of my favorite memories of Grandma, but I think my favorite memory with her has to be the summer before my junior year of college, when I was meeting and getting to know Courtney. And I wanted to be closer to her, and she was at BYU, and so Grandma opened up her house to me, let me stay there, let me borrow her car, and she even cooked me 3 meals a day. And that kind of service and love will never be forgotten. I'm always just so grateful for her. What a fun time it was for me too, just to get to know her and be close to her and be able just to converse with her daily. Really just to feel of her love and her Christ-like example. I'll always just be so grateful for her, and I know that she was a big part in me getting to know Courtney better and getting married to her and having the life I have. I'll always be grateful for her and her example and how she lives her life, and I always aspire to be more like her. I think if we all were a little bit more like Grandma, the world would definitely be a better place. Thanks, Grandma. Love you.
Hi, Grandma. I just wanted to say my favorite memory with you is when we go to the Dollar Tree, and I remember getting a tea set one time, and we went back to your house and we put water in it, and we made it, and we had our tea party, and we had like these little cookie things, and you'd always get those cone things from Smith's, and I remember putting ice cream in them, and I had like 4 of them that time. It was probably pretty crazy that day. And I remember after that, I spent the night at your house. It was a lot of fun, and we'd watch movies, and that's my favorite memory with you. Love you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Grandma.
I think my best childhood memories are in Montana and St. Ignatius with Grandma and Grandpa Pappenfuss. Grandma, I have the fondest memories of driving to Montana and just thinking, I gotta get through this car ride because Grandma's gonna have Lucky Charms for me when I get there. You always had candy, which is funny because that's my kid's favorite thing about going to your house, other than seeing you, is that you always have candy dishes for people to come and stay and just feel of your love. Another fond memory is going and picking cherries with you and then going back to your house and sitting on the counter while you rolled out the pie crust and taught me how to make the pie filling. And still to this day, when I eat cherries or when I eat cherry pie, I think of you, and it just makes me smile. I love you so much, Grandma.
Merry Christmas, Grandma. One of my favorite memories with you is when everyone had gone and it was just you and me at your house, and I really want to learn how to do a front handspring, and you spent at least an hour helping me and spotting me until I could do a front handspring. Thank you, Grandma, for all the support that you have given me. Love you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Grandma. I love you and miss you. Sending you all the best wishes from down here in Texas. So when I think of you, Grandma Pappenfuss, it's hard to think of one specific memory that means more to me than all the rest. I think, first of all, just the way I feel around you makes me want to be a better person. And that's a really rare thing to feel that way around one person in particular. You truly do lift those around you. And one memory that sticks out to me is one time we were all up in the, we were at a Frankman reunion and we were up in the mountains at that girls' camp above Heber. And I think some of us or some of the grandkids were playing poker or Texas Hold'em or something like that. And someone said like, oh, Grandma, don't judge us. And I remember exactly what you said. And you said, oh, it's not a grandma's job to judge. It's a grandma's job to love. And that to me really, really describes the way that you feel about your grandchildren and the way that you've always treated me and others in your life is you're so full of love and you have so much to give. And so I love that memory because of that. I also just love the memories of going up to Montana and being with all of our cousins and aunts and uncles and with obviously you and Grandpa. And that's something that will just stick with me for the rest of my life. And I'm so thankful for that. So love you, Grandma. Miss you. Me and Cindy send you all the best. And we can't wait to be with you again soon.
Hi, Barbara. Merry Christmas.
Hi, Mom. We love you. We were thinking about so many great memories at your house in Montana and then down in Utah. And one of the memories that kept coming back to us is how excited we were as we would drive up Ravalli Hill and see the Mission Mountains, the glorious Mission Mountains. And our kids at that same time would start fighting over who could see Grandma and Grandpa's house first. They know they were going to have a great experience there and so look forward to it.
One of the thoughts I had, as soon as we come down the hill, it always felt like we were coming home. I was not raised there, but Barry was, and it always felt like home to me. And you had the way to make it feel very special, Barbara, and I'll never forget that. I love you so very much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we love you so much, Mom, and hope this is one of the best Christmases ever. One of the thoughts we had that was also special is as we left your home, you always would stand out on the deck and wave, and we'd drive down the road, and we'd drive and drive and drive, and we'd still see you there. We knew how much you loved us, and it made it so hard to leave, but we knew that there would be another glorious reunion on another day. So again, we hope you have a great Christmas. We love you, and we appreciate all the things you've done for us over the years. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Grandma, one of my favorite memories of you is when we would come up to Montana every single year, and a lot of times we'd come up in the middle of the night. And I remember that even if it was 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., you'd always be there to greet us as soon as you walked through the door. And I was always so excited to see you. It meant a lot to me that you would even be up to come talk to us. Beyond that, I remember when I was 11 years old, you helped me to memorize my articles of faith. So, Grandma, I love you a lot, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas. You mean a lot to me, and you're an amazing person. Love you a lot, Grandma.
Hey, Grandma. One of my favorite memories of you is when I was about 3 or 4, and I would run into your bed in the morning when we were in Montana, and I would sleep in the bed with you and cuddle. My other favorite memory of you is when you were living in downtown Salt Lake, and we would sleep over, Dylan, Daniel, and I, and we would play Uno and play hide and go seek. Love you, Grandma. Merry Christmas.
Favorite memories with Grandma is how she would make this amazing green Jell-O for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And one year when I was around 22, I finally told Grandma, I gotta learn how to make this. I'm always the one who eats at least half of this in a single sitting. Give me the recipe. And she says it's so easy. It's some cottage cheese, a thing of Jell-O, the mix, a container of pineapple, and a tub of mayo. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been eating half a tub of mayo every time I eat this. But it's still my favorite Jell-O to this date, and Grandma saying it so nonchalantly just is a hilarious memory I'll never forget. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We love you.
Love you, Grandma.
She says thank you for letting us stay at your house. We love going to your house because you will buy the best candy. I love you. See ya.
Barbara, Merry Christmas. This is Frances, and she wants to say Merry Christmas as well. Thank you for always letting us in your house and giving us good food and all the treats that we can handle. Again, Merry Christmas, and we love you very much.
Hi, Grandma. So, my favorite memory of you is actually the first time we met. And I asked you what I should call you. And you know, so should I call you Grandma? Should I call you Barbara? And you just looked at me and you smiled and you just call me Grandma and you said you loved me. So that's my favorite memory of you. Merry Christmas.
Hi, Barbara. Jessica asked me to share my favorite memory with you. I always cherish my memory with you. We went to the Flathead Lake. You always drove us there. The summertime. Do you remember when Serene and Leia was little? I think Kira was a baby. And we packed a lunch and we brought a gallon of apple juice and we had a picnic there. And we just had fun there. You always talk to me and you are always kind to me and you are always kind to my kids. And we sometimes we stop at the N.W. or McDonald's and pick up some treats, maybe shake or something. I don't remember, but it was so much fun. And because you always helped me to take care of the kids. They are pretty busy and I was busy, but I was so comfortable to spend time with you and Bruce every summer. It was so much fun and I wish we can do that again. And I hope it's going to be next summer. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and hope to see you soon and take care, okay? Love you. Bye-bye.
Hi, Grandma. Merry Christmas. We were supposed to think of a favorite memory with you, which is pretty hard because every memory is a favorite one with you. But probably my ultimate memories are when we were little and lived across the street and just going over to your house every day after school and cuddling up next to you and reading books. That was about as good as it could get as a child. And then more recently, my favorite memories were going to the gym with you. My favorite was Thursday swim day when we would walk around the lazy river, always with the current because we weren't like those other women who wanted to go against the current, always with the current. But yeah, those are my favorite memories. I love you lots. There's so many, and I'm so grateful for you in my life as a child and just growing up. And if I talk about it too much, I'll cry, but I love you lots. Merry Christmas.
My favorite memory with Grandma is when we were over at her house and we were gathered around in her living room and she told us stories about her growing up, and it was really cool to me to hear all of these personal stories about Grandma and how they relate to me.
Hey, Grandma. One of my favorite memories with you is when I was in second grade, I struggled with reading, and so then I had to work and get better at it, and then I got Most Improved Reader, this award, and you were so happy that you and Grandpa took me out to Sonic, and you made me feel like the most special person ever, and I remember how fun it was and how I thought I was so cool being able to hang out with you guys, and you guys made me feel so loved. And there's so many more memories I could share, but that was definitely one of my favorites. I love you so much, Grandma, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I look up to you so much and I love you.
Pretty hard to pick just one memory of Grandma, but if I had to pick one memory, it would mainly be how difficult it was to leave her house. In a good way. She would chase your car around the block and blow kisses and try to make you feel how special you were to her. So the example of the love that she had, blowing kisses and showing the I love you sign, was always a memory I cherished about Grandma. Love you, Grandma.